We've been told that if we're overwhelmed, we just need more discipline, wake up earlier, work harder, manage time better. But you can't discipline your way out of a system crash. You don't need more willpower. You need better boundaries. Hello, and welcome back to the universe, friends. This is the space where we protect your peace and learn how to carry the weight of life without letting it break us. If you've been feeling drained by everyone else's emergencies, this video is for you. Today, I'm giving you the exact scripts and the mental blueprint to stop saying yes when you know it's leading you straight to burnout. I'm going to show you how to get some time back for yourself so you can finally start recovering. All right, let's move through this together. Let's talk about the discipline trap. Let's start by revealing the truth behind the false statement that burnout is a personal failure of not trying hard enough. Discipline is about using up energy to reach a goal. Boundaries are about saving energy to help you live a healthy life. Imagine your energy as a bank account. Discipline is how you spend the money. Boundaries are the security system that prevents people from stealing it. You can be the most disciplined person in the world, but if you have a leak in your boundaries, you will always end up bankrupt. You aren't lazy, you're just unprotected. Now let's talk about why we say yes. To truly change the behavior, we have to look at the fear hiding behind the automatic yes. For most of us, saying yes isn't actually about being helpful, it's about safety. We feel like if we aren't constantly available, we aren't valuable. We built an identity around being the person who always comes through, but that identity has become a cage. This leads to the over responsibility factor. This is when you start carrying things that simply aren't yours to haul. You feel responsible for a coworker's missed deadline because they didn't plan ahead, or you feel responsible for managing a family member's bad mood. You've taken on the role of an emotional janitor, cleaning up messes you didn't make, and it's exhausting. Then the guilt cycle kicks in. We say yes to avoid that immediate sharp sting of guilt in the moment. But here's the truth. When you trade your time for a moment of not feeling guilty, you're signing an invisible contract. You're telling people that your time is less valuable than their convenience. The result isn't a better relationship. It's weeks of secret resentment and a body that is constantly in fight or flight mode because it has no place to rest. I want to give you a mirror moment here, a chance to be brutally honest with yourself. Am I actually being helpful or am I just afraid of being disliked? If your yes is born out of fear, it isn't a gift, it's a transaction, and you're the one paying the interest. Let's pause for reflection. If you have a notebook, write this down. And if not, just sit with the question. What am I saying yes to right now that my energy cannot support? Think about that one commitment that makes your stomach knot up when you see it on the calendar. Write down exactly what that yes is costing you. Now, here are your breathing room scripts. I promised you a blueprint that starts with the actual words. When you're in the heat of the moment and someone asks for just one more thing, your brain usually panics and defaults to yes. These scripts are your exit ramp. They give you the words so you don't have to think on your feet. First, here's the wait script. Use this when you feel that pressure to answer immediately. Say, I love to help you, but I need to check my schedule before I commit to anything else. I'll get back to you by tomorrow. You see, this works because it creates a 24-hour buffer. It breaks the automatic yes reflex and gives you the space to decide if you actually want to do the task or if you're just reacting to the pressure. Next is the capacity script. This is perfect for work or volunteer commitments. I'm currently at capacity this week, so I won't be able to take this on right now. You see, the word capacity is powerful because it's subjective. It's not about your personality or your kindness, it's about the literal amount of space in your life. You aren't saying you won't help, you're saying you can't help without something else breaking. But what about at home? It's much harder to say I'm at capacity to a partner, a parent, or a child. For those closest to you, I really want to give you my full attention, but I'm running on empty right now. Can we talk about this or do this after I've had 30 minutes to decompress? This work because it's not rejection of the person, it's protection of the quality of your time with them. You're teaching them how to love a version of you that isn't running on fumes. And then there is the direct no script. I can't take that on right now. Here's your pro tip. Do not say, I'm sorry. When you apologize for having a boundary, you're unintentionally telling the other person that you've done something wrong. But taking care of your mental health isn't a mistake, it's a requirement. State your limit and then stop talking. Let the silence hold the boundary for you. Okay, now, after you've used these scripts, we have to talk about managing the aftermath. In essence, what happens after you say no or wait? This is where the blueprint meets the real world. You have to be prepared for the extinction burst. When you change the rules of a relationship, people will naturally push back. They aren't necessarily being mean, they're just used to the old you who didn't have a fence around their time. Here is a hard truth you might need to put on a post it note or a piece of paper. The only people who get upset when you start setting boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. If someone reacts with anger or guilt tripping, it's actually a confirmation that the boundary was desperately needed in the first place. So here are two actions you can take for managing the aftermath. Action step number one, set a micro boundary. To get started, I want you to pick one small micro boundary today. This isn't about changing your whole life overnight. It's about a small win. Maybe it's not answering emails after 7 p.m. or turning off notifications for that one group chat that drains you, or simply saying no to one social invitation you're only attending out of obligation. Action step number two, perform a guilt audit. The next time you feel that wave of guilt after saying no, I want you to ask yourself, did I actually hurt someone or did I just disappoint their expectations? Usually it's the second one. Disappointment is something other people are allowed to feel, but it isn't your job to fix it. By doing this audit, you stop the guilt from turning into yes the next time. Here is the goal of the aftermath. Managing the aftermath isn't about being cold, it's about being consistent. Every time you hold your ground, you're training people how to treat you, and more importantly, you're training yourself to believe that your time is worth protecting. Now, building this breathing room is a mindset shift, especially if you spent your whole life being the person everyone counts on. If you're struggling with the weight of being the strong friend or the go-to person, you need to watch my video from March 22nd, Why Being the Reliable One is Secretly Burning You Out. It's the deep dive into the identity shift you need to make these scripts actually work. I want to hear from you in the comments. What is one thing you're going to say no to this week to reclaim your breathing room? Let's hold that space for each other. Remember, you aren't a machine designed for constant output. You're a person who needs room to grow. Real growth doesn't come from pushing through the pain. It comes from knowing when to step back and protect your center, take back your time, and trust the process. Until the next time, keep growing gently. Take care, friends, and I'll see you back in the universe soon.